Well, hello, and welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. It is finally Friday. We made it, folks, and I am officially out on Christmas break. Woohoo! Woo! Oh my goodness. Welcome. As you enter the chat room, do me one small favor, please. Hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That tells YouTube that you are enjoying this content, and we may possibly trigger the YouTube algorithm and bring more people into the conversation. Yes, we will do the roll call momentarily. As we stated in earlier videos, this, like the Energizer Bunny, keeps going and growing and going and growing. Tina Tover, what the heck? Every day there's a new wrinkle. Makes me think about one of my favorite Pink Floyd songs, Money, Get Away. Get a good job with more pay. How you doing? Okay, let's go ahead and do the roll call. Tina, hello. My girls, of course, the usual suspects are in the house. Dorian is here. How you doing? Ollie. Nemo. We found Nemo again. Michael, hello. How are you? All right. Money. Get back. I'm all right. Keep your hands off of my stack. These Somalis could learn a lot from that song. Pink Floyd, 1973 was a good year. How you doing? Roni is here. Connie, hello. And I know people are busy for this holiday season, but I still wanted to come on. And I won't be before you long, but you best believe I will be strong. All right. Tina, can you think of another word? They're past unbelievable. Okay. But that's the word. I can't think of any word is bad. So you're absolutely right. So look at this. Minnesota Somali fraud explodes. So again, how you doing, Chris? As they continue to investigate, again, every day there's a new wrinkle. And thank God, if the Curry Queen were in office, we would know nothing about this. I love it. So far, 6 have been charged and more charges are incoming. December 2025, federal prosecutors in Minnesota announced the scale of fraud across, and this is not just in Minnesota. And I have a short video about tourist fraud in Minnesota. So it's any of us, I can pack all of you up. We could all go to Minnesota and rip them off. Unbelievable. So anyway, they announced the scale of fraud across state-run social service programs is significantly larger than previously known. Now the estimates, as you can see, and we've done more than one video on this subject matter, every time they dig a little bit deeper, the price continues to increase. So we're up to 9 billion now. So they're thinking maybe 18 billion, but we're up to 9 billion at this point. Lost estimates and investigation scope. And tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section, folks. Hit that like button. Share this stream out. That's how you help the channel to grow. Dorian, now BLM leader in OKC. Dorian, yeah, I did a short video. I think I talked about that a couple of videos back. Yeah. Took them long enough to get them, right? So the $9 billion estimate, First Assistant U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson stated that 14 Medicaid-funded programs identified as high risk have paid out approximately. Woo, look at this, folks. $18 billion since 2018. He estimated that half or more of that total may be fraudulent. Woo! So more charges incoming. How you doing, Schismatic? Yes. Yes, Schismatic. I'm here. I'm normally live Friday. Yes. And now I'm on my Christmas break. So we're glad you're here. Connie heard about this. Yes, Connie, get these people out. Programs involved. The sprawling investigation covers programs for child nutrition, feeding our future, housing stabilization, autism services, which we mentioned this, but again, the only thing changing is that the money amount keeps increasing. And so as long as it keeps increasing, I have to continue to discuss it. So, okay, here's some more people that have been arrested. So this is industrial scale fraud. Thompson described the situation as staggering. So not just industrial scale fraud, staggering industrial scale fraud that has overwhelmed state systems. And if you've been here for a while, I've said, oh, Michael, yeah, they're arrogant. They're all over TikTok and other forms of social media. They're bragging about it, you know? Tina, yes, throw him in jail. I've said that. Ilhan too. And then Deporter. Okay, so 6 new defendants in December 18th, so just Thursday. So this just happened. Prosecutors charged 6 more. So as you can see, the dollar amount is increasing and they are arresting more people. Thank God. Charged 6 more people for defrauding housing and autism services, fraud tourism, which I will show you a short video on. So people were just doing drive-bys in Minnesota, just going by. Whoa, take the money and run, ripping them off and going back to their home state. Oh my God. Fraud tourism. 2 of the newly charged individuals, that's where I have a short video to share with you on that, resided in Philadelphia and allegedly traveled to Minnesota specifically because they heard the Housing Stabilization Services Program was easy money. Okay. Total defendants as of today, so far they've arrested 90 people that have been charged in connection with these various schemes. But remember, we were told all of these people were coming here to work hard and they were coming here for a better life. So what is this? So thank God this is being exposed. And we, all of us, better thank our lucky stars that the Curry Queen is not in office. I'm telling you, we would not know anything. It would continue to happen. All right. On December 18th, 2025, Ashar Farhan Hassan pleaded guilty to a $14 million Medicaid fraud scheme. So this was just Thursday, one day ago, involving autism care and the Feeding Our Future program. Demographics, the U.S. Attorney's Office noted that 82, okay, let me highlight this. 82 of the 92 defendants, and if my math is correct, that's a difference of 10, charged are Somalian. But they're all hardworking immigrants. My girls, the scummy Somali scammers are like the Energizer Bunny that keeps scamming, and scamming. Boom, yes. Schismatic couldn't ask for better while cooking my bison burgers. Okay, Schismatic, we're glad you're enjoying it, love. Right, Roni, as you can see, it's continuing to expand. It's already including other states. Opinion, yes. Yes, I throw these people in jail. These are our tax dollars. How you doing, Opinion? Hit that like button, love. Doreen is here. And I know Doreen has some strong words too. As taxpayers, we're all upset about this. Thank God President Trump is in office and this is being uncovered. Yes, Baldwin. Oh my God. Americans like 16 Opinion. I'm not sure what Opinion is trying to tell me, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, I you know, if you look back, they're going back some years. So the scamming has been happening. We just were unaware of it. Even other African countries say that Somalians do the same thing in their country. Boom. Michael, yeah, then people, they say Nigerians as well. They get kicked out everywhere they go. They're a scammy culture too. How you doing, Greg? Welcome, love. Thank you so much. OMG. I am so glad to be with you. My Christmas break starts today. I want 30 years. Doreen, me too. Thank you so much, Opinion. So, all right, let's continue. Political reaction. The findings have become a major political flashpoint. Governor Tim Walz has faced criticism for the oversight failures while also calling the $9 billion estimate sensationalized and weaponized for political gain. They need to get that guy out of there ASAP. So every time something is found, look at what this idiot had to say. I highlighted it so you can read it quicker. You see that? Every time, yes, Doreen, he downplays everything, anything that an illegal or an immigrant does, it's okay with him. So if these were Americans, he'd just be saying throw them all in jail, probably. But no, these are immigrants. They get special treatment. Oh, yeah, Opinion. Einstein, I saw that. Yeah. So anyway, these are his statements, but we know he's using the same Democratic talking point. And so, right, Roni, he needs to go. Community response. Somali community leaders have condemned the fraud, but urged the public not to stigmatize the entire diaspora of over 80,000 people due to the actions of a few. Trump, deport as many as you can. Boom. That is unreal. So you can look that up if you Google it. As I said, each day it is the price is increasing. They are arresting more people every day. So let me share. I have a couple of clips that I want to share with you. So tell me what your thoughts are how you doing, Marga Tamara? How are you doing, love? Tell Mr. Marga Tamara that I said hello too. Okay. Now Bengingo can say he did not say, I wonder, first show. Okay, Opinion. You see, those, I think, Haitian stores doing, oh, Michael, everything's coming out. Woo! All of the fraud. And I thought the Haitian people, like the other immigrants and illegals, they just came here to work hard for a better life. No, ma'am, no, sir. Rusty, how are you, love? You've heard me say in several videos, I truly wish, I hope and pray, Trump shut down the food stamp program. It's wrought with fraud. Rusty said, I haven't seen many Somalians coming online to condemn this theft. So yes, I'm going to assume they all want. Rusty, they are arrogant and they think they are better than Americans. So they probably won't. Yeah, Michael, you know how people get up there and flip-flop. All right, so I'll take this down and I'll go ahead. Let me show you the short one first. The fraud terrorists. And you just heard me mention that here when I was reading. So hit that like button, folks. Share this stream out, if you will. It won't cost you one thin dime. I promise. Okay. Here we go. Let me see. Fraud, tourist. Okay. So here we go. What I was just reading about the fraud tourism. How you doing, Big Cat? Merry MAGA Christmas, Big Cat. Merry MAGA Christmas to you. Me, yeah. Let me send Big Cat. Thank you so much for your support, Big Cat. I'm sending you some kitty cat hearts and some kitty cats in the comment section. Thank you so much for your support. It is much appreciated. Yes, Big Cat. Right, Opinion. You're right. You're right. So let's listen to this. This is the fraud tourist that I just read about. So if you're just joining us, listen to this and you'll see what I was just reading. So, I mean, people, it's so easy to commit fraud in Minnesota. People were leaving their home state, coming to Minnesota to get money, to steal money, and then go back home. Wow.
On Minnesota's widening fraud scandal involving all those tax dollars. Federal agents raided a home healthcare agency suspected of billing Medicaid for housing services that it never provided. Now, this is all part of a crackdown on alleged fraud that cost more than $1 billion. That's billion with a B. You heard that correctly. Prosecutors say it was so easy to steal from Minnesota's welfare programs, people actually traveled from the East Coast to do it. CBS News Minnesota's Jonah Kaplan has more on the scandal.
U.S. attorneys in Minnesota filed fraud charges against 6 defendants on Thursday, including 2 men from Philadelphia. Prosecutors accused both men of what they called fraud tourism, submitting up to $3.5 million in fake and inflated bills to a Medicaid housing program.
They came here because they knew and understood that Minnesota was a place where taxpayer money could be taken with little risk and few consequences.
These individuals had no connection to Minnesota, nor to its large Somali American community. Most of the nearly 90 people previously charged in the fraud scandal are Somali.
It's a staggering industrial scale fraud.
Court records obtained by CBS News show stolen money was spent on island resorts and luxury cars. Prosecutors also announced Thursday they're investigating roughly $18 billion in taxpayer money spent on social programs in Minnesota since 2018. And according to prosecutors, at least half of that could have been fraud.
Look at Minnesota.
The new indictments come as the Trump administration seeks to capitalize politically on the growing scandal.
We're going to put an end to it.
And has dispatched immigration authorities to Minnesota to target Somalis. Tim Walz, the state's Democratic governor, has said he recognizes the scope of the fraud problem, and he's taken steps to implement more safeguards for taxpayer-funded social services.
I take full responsibility for it. I think, and I will acknowledge certainly to Minnesotans and to the press here, I don't think we've done a good enough job of communicating the hard work that's been done.
I can't with him. So anyway, Doreen said it was way too big for him not to know. Boom. Well, Doreen, I think you were here. We were talking about when people were trying to blow the whistle. They were shut down. Me too, Doreen. Calling it out is now capitalizing, right, politically. Rusty, I can't listen to anything that man says. He is just too ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, my girls. Yes, hey, because he's being exposed. They're all being exposed. Yeah, I love it. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, my God. Everything is coming. We all need to thank God that all of this is coming out. Because we see it's going back some years. This didn't just start. It's been happening. And it's taken until now to have someone in the White House. How you doing, Tijuana? That's okay. Someone to come in and not be afraid and, you know, expose everything. Yes, Roni, they keep blaming Trump for going after the illegals. They don't say anything about the crimes that the illegals commit. And I have a problem with that. Rusty, good point. I'm with you, Rusty. All right, so I'll take that short video down. But what are your thoughts on that fraud tourism, where you can leave your state, go to Minnesota, and just scam them for millions of dollars? It's like they had no system of checks and balances. Tijuana, these liberals are to blame. Boom. You got it. All right, so let me take this down and I will put up another video. So the scope, every day we hear something new. Oh my God, unbelievable. All right. So in the comment section, tell me what your thoughts are. And I love this exposure. I love it. Absolutely.
All about the iceberg I saw ahead. Something's fraud that's much larger than what's been visible to the public. So the center.
How many people in the comment section? Let me know. If the Curry Queen were in office, do you think that we would know about all of these scams? Type yes or no in the comment section, please. Thank you. More insanity here in Chicago. We need to get prosperity. Yes. Oh, she's coming on. We've been texting. She's coming on.
For Medicare and Medicaid services pulled the claims data for these 14 programs dating back to 2018. And those 14 programs in Minnesota have cost $18 billion since 2018.
$18 billion, folks. That's a lot of money. Billions with a B. That money could have really helped Americans. Michael, yeah, they're going to blame anyone but themselves. Wow. Tijuana says sister and her husband, two liberals, are for the illegals and are now reaping, oh my God, huge medical bills. Let me read this. While the illegals get it all free and they still refuse to see the light. Tijuana, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. That's so sad. Ruby, how are you, love? Ruby is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right, Rusty, we wouldn't. She'd be going on the media to tell us our music files are being stored above us in the cloud. Rusty, yeah, she'd be giving us some word salad, but it wouldn't be about this. We would still be in the dark.
And more than $3.5 billion in 2024 alone. Now, I'm sure everyone is wondering how much of this $18 billion was fraud. The magnitude of the fraud in Minnesota cannot be overstated. It's staggering amounts of money that have been lost.
Federal prosecutors said they are just getting started looking into Minnesota's social services fraud schemes. The U.S. Attorney's Office shared staggering new numbers. The Feeding Our Future case was just the tip of the iceberg for fraud in Minnesota, according to federal prosecutors.
And if you remember, we talked about this. This is no different than the border. Nothing to see here. Ruby, what are your thoughts? Because you're just joining us. If the Curry Queen were in office, do you think we would be aware of all of these scams and frauds, fraudulent situations that have been happening? What are your thoughts? Every time Kamala speaks, I look over at my wife and ask her if she would like ranch or 1,000 Island with that. That's a good one, Rusty. You better believe it. What is going to get done? It's all being pushed in our faces just to make us. What do you, Tijuana, tell me the rest of what you're saying, love. Okay. All right. Tell me, I think I may have missed some of it. If you counted out $1 billion by $1 bills a second, it would take 32 years to finish counting. Okay, Michael. Wow. Do you know how many Americans that they could have helped with $18 billion? Wow.
Office said the state's Medicaid fraud could possibly exceed $9 billion. According to the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, the 14 Medicaid programs at the center of investigations in Minnesota have cost $18 billion since 2018. Officials said they flagged similar patterns of explosive growth in those programs. Prosecutors said at this time they couldn't provide a final figure for the scale or portion of fraud.
Praise, yes, we would be aware. Let me see. And no one would do anything about Ruby. Ruby said we'd be aware, but they wouldn't do anything. Opinion, as many staff people, Bondi, I would think more risk would have. Yeah, opinion. I guess they're trying to take their time and build their case, you know. So, Tijuana, I'm saying we've known all this. We've known all this has been going on with money for every country and illegals, but nothing's getting done to stop it. Right, Tijuana? Well, I'm hoping that now that Trump's in office that it will stop. Michael, yeah. Oh, my God.
In the state. However, First Assistant U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson said he suspects it could roughly be $9 billion or more.
I spoke in the fall about the iceberg I saw ahead. Something's fraud that's much larger than what's been visible to the public.
Yeah, and we've talked about that. So I am ecstatic. I am glad everything is coming out. We need to know this, okay? And I know that I think it was Opinion Einstein that said more people should have been arrested, but you know they're trying to build their case. Now, Opinion Einstein, you know what we're dealing with in these courts. So I guess they're trying to, slowly build their case so they can win, because look at some of the cases that, like even Big Tish, everything gets thrown out. These judges, oh my God. America's in $38 trillion national debt. No one, right, Tina? We could have done a lot with that money. The Epstein files was supposed to be, yeah, Michael, I heard about that. They were banking on Cam and Tim the Knucklehead winning, so the fraud would continue. Ruby, you know it. You better believe it. That's exactly what they expected. MAGA tomorrow, with all these left-leaning judges, it would make no sense to prosecute anyone for Epstein's list. They would just get a slap on the wrist like Diddy. Okay, MAGA, good point. If a legal citizen so much as gets a parking ticket, they come down on them with full force. Tijuana, you better say that again for the people in the back. Okay, exactly. That's what makes me so angry. Because again, as American citizens, hey, they come down hard on us. And God forbid we do something and the federal marshals are looking for us. The local authorities come and grab us up and throw us in jail until the feds get there. But they won't do that for illegals. And I can't live with that. That is not right. I will never understand that mindset, that way of thinking. Never. Tijuana, the fraud is still continuing. Yeah. Tina, it is unbelievable. This will never be fixed until penalties become way more harsh. Well, yeah. Rusty, they should be harsher. I agree with that. Okay, here we go.
Earlier, Senator John Kennedy, a Republican who represents Louisiana, described the Somali fraud case in Minnesota as a clown world on steroids and deeply disgusting.
Bring your message to...
How you doing? Who did someone just join? Did I? Joel, how are you? I know I just saw someone join. Okay, I agree. We better put a key ring. Yeah, opinion. Good idea. Okay.
What I'm about to tell you, Mr. President, let me apologize in advance, is deeply disgusting. It's deeply disgusting. I mean, it is clown world on steroids. And when I first read about this, Mr. President, I read it a second time because I experienced slack-jawed astonishment. And when I read it a second time and I realized it was true, I just wanted to run away screaming. What am I talking about, Mr. President? We have discovered, the federal prosecutors have discovered that for the last 5 years, there has been massive welfare fraud in the great state of Minnesota.
Yep.
Massive. Over $1 billion of American taxpayer money has been stolen. Just stolen. They can call it fraud, but a better term would be stealing. And this fraud has been centered in the Somali community in Minnesota.
Yep.
Now, I'm not here to criticize the Somali community. I'm here simply to describe what happened. The Somali community in Minneapolis is about 80,000 people. They're centered around Minneapolis. And let me say it again. I'm not here to denigrate the Somali people or people of Somali ancestry just because of the actions of a few. But it is a fact that this $1 billion in welfare fraud occurred almost exclusively in the Somali community in Minnesota and was orchestrated by people with Somali ancestry. That's a fact.
Yep.
Facts aren't racist.
Nope.
Facts are facts. So far, 59 people have been convicted, 86 have been charged, and 78 of them are of Somali ancestry. That's just a fact. Now, what these criminals did they had three very elaborate schemes. The first scheme was centered on supposedly feeding hungry children in the Somali community. A group, a nonprofit run by some people with Somali ancestry. The name of the nonprofit was called Feeding Our Future. Feeding Our.
What a joke. So, folks, I just don't know what else to say. Walls had his hands. Yes, Greg, all of this was going on and he knew nothing. The same thing with Ilhan Omar. I'm just saying. Okay. All right.
Future. Feeding Our Future went to the welfare authorities in the state of Minnesota, which of course was administering federal taxpayer money, and they said, "Look, feeding our children said, feeding our future said, we want to feed hungry children in the Somali community." And the welfare people in state government in Minnesota gave them the money to do that. It started out very small, but the idea was that Feeding the Future, the Somali nonprofit organization, would take this federal taxpayer money, American taxpayer money, and go to businesses, most of which were Somali businesses in the Somali community, and set up feeding sites where they supposedly would take children to get a hot meal. On paper, it sounded great.
Yeah.
As I say, it started out very, very small, just a few $1 million. But eventually, it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And more businesses in the Somali community signed up to be feeding sites. And Feeding Our Future, the Somali nonprofit, kept going back to the social services department in Minnesota saying, "We need more money, we need more money."
Again, where was the system of checks and balances? It's like, how you doing, Mayor? People were just going in there, filling out an application, and they were cutting the checks. So where was the, seems to me there was no oversight. People would fill out an application, telling lies, and still get money. Oh, wow. Yes, Tina, them and their organizations. Robert, how are you? Oh, yeah, Robert. We're going to probably do one on that tomorrow. Yeah, she got him. How you doing, Star? Welcome, love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that like button. Hello, Robert. Welcome, love. Yeah, we're still exposing. They think it's up to 18 billion. So the number just keeps increasing. The amount of people that they are arresting is increasing daily, and I love it.
And at the height of the fraud, they were spending about 100 a year. Not over the lifetime of the program, $100 million a year. There's just one problem. There were no hungry children.
Nope.
There were hungry children. They just weren't getting any of the money. And the businesses, many of which were Somali owned, which were
and again, this really makes me angry because remember, many of them came over here when because of their war-torn country. And this is how they repay America. This is how they're paying us back by stealing billions of dollars from us. So thank you. That's the thank you that we get. Oh, wow. I can't with these people. A few $1 million, right, Tina? Yes. These upstanding people that the Democrats keep telling us about, right? Yes, Connie. I hope so.
getting some money to feed the children from Feeding Our Future, the nonprofit that was quarterbacking this whole thing. They weren't giving any of the money to hungry children. They were spending it. These businesses were spending it on yachts and vacations and jewelry.
But remember, they were telling us, hey, we haven't been here long and we're doing better than you. Americans are lazy. They don't work hard. So if we're out here scamming to the tune of billions of dollars, we'll have the yachts and the mansions and the luxury cars as well. So stop it. Opinion. Do you remember, James? Hold on. Let me see. James says, do you remember the movie Black Hawk Down? That's Somali. Yes, James, but I didn't watch it through and through. American citizens. Yes, Tina, you see my thumbnail. Give us our money back.
And furniture for their home.
God.
Yes, we want our money back. It's so sad. This is how they repay America. Oh my God.
That was scheme number one. But it got worse. The second scheme was supposedly to help people who are homeless. Remember, I said in America, when you're homeless, we'll house you. Well, that's what they were trying to do in Minnesota. A nonprofit was set up, again run by someone of Somali ancestry. And this nonprofit went to a bunch of providers who supposedly were going to provide housing.
Yeah.
And they told the welfare authorities in Minnesota that they needed millions of dollars to house people who were homeless. And once again, the program started out small. When they started it in 2020, these crooks started it in 2020. They said, we only need $2.6 million. But then in 2021, they said, we need $21 million.
Yeah.
And in the following years, they said, we need $42 million the next year. Then $74 million to feed, or rather to house the homeless. Then $104 million a year. Not the total scheme, a year. There's just one problem. None of the money was going for housing. None of the money was going to help people who were homeless. These providers and this nonprofit that was coordinating it just put the money in their pocket. But there's more. They came up with a third scheme. This one is, this one makes you want to throw up in a potted plant. This one's centered around autistic children. Once again, in this third program, a group of providers, supposedly medical providers, got together and they went to the welfare authorities in Minnesota and said, we need money to help autistic children. You say, well, that's a wonderful thing to do. And then these providers, once the welfare department at the state government in Minnesota gave them the okay, they went out and started recruiting autistic children. You say, well, okay, we have to get the word out somehow. But they couldn't find very many autistic children. So they started going to parents in the Somali community and saying, can we call your child autistic? Can we certify that your child is autistic? If you'll let us do that, we'll pay you a bribe. Anywhere from $400 to $1,500 a child. Mm. Now, once again, the program, it didn't start big. These were sophisticated crooks. And its leader was a woman by the name of Asha Farban Hassan. She was also in, by the way, on the feeding of the children scam as well.
Deport. How you doing, Beverly? Tina, yeah. Oh my God. America looks just weak for allowing this, I'm saying. But thank God the tide is turning. But we were told by the Democrats they were all coming over here to work, to build America, and to work hard. No, ma'am, no, sir. We see what many of them came over here to do, and they did it successfully. Oh my God.
And as best we can tell, they approached parents only in the Somali community. But once again,
they discriminated against Americans, and America allowed them to come here. But with these scams, they kept it within their community. Oh wow, how you doing, Beverly? Oh, Michael, they live in huts with dirt floors in Somalia and then come here and steal billions. They are bad people. Boom. Yes. No, they weren't weak. The Democrats were part of getting their cut. Yeah, of course. You know that. Hey, my girls, they always get their cut. They always get a check. You know that. You're absolutely right. Yes, it's an embarrassment, Doreen. I agree. It's awful.
Couldn't find enough autistic children, so they bribed the many parents in the community, gave them money to certify that their children were autistic. In the first year, they were clever. They only asked for $3 million.
Yeah.
The second year, in 2019, they asked for $54 million.
Yeah.
Then in 2020, they went up to $77 million. And then in 2021, they really got greedy. They went to $183 million.
Woo!
And in 22, $280 million. And in 2023, $400 million.
Oh.
All total, in these three fraud schemes, these crooks stole $1 billion of taxpayer money.
What are your thoughts, folks? What are your thoughts? Oh my Goodness. Woo. It's more than 90 to 100,000 Somalians stealing. It's thousands of them. Yeah, Michael. Okay. No respect for our beautiful country. It has its flaws, but we're still the greatest. That's how I look at it, Connie. But again, how ungrateful. We save you from your war-torn country, and this is how you repay us. You steal us into oblivion. Wow. Make it make sense, folks. They've got to go. Okay. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Doreen, Americans need to be protesting in the streets to deport them now. Illegals. Yeah. This is not acceptable. The rest of the world is looking at America right now, and they see every bit of this that goes on. Yes, Tina. That's why so many people were trying to come when Jim Crow Joe Biden and the Curry Queen were in office. Everything was okay. Where are we here? Samoans have a lot of nerve. What did they do, Tina? Unless you're trying to say Somalians. So this is what I wanted to share with you. And I am flabbergasted. I am like, what the heck? Somalians must teach their children to be scam artists and thieves. Yeah. Right, Connie. American protesters would be put in jail before the thieving illegals. Boom. Tijuana gets it. Tijuana, he's calling it out. Absolutely right. So, all of this money for nothing. Living in a scammer's, living in a scammer's paradise. Yes, Ruby. And now you look at them yo-yos. That's the way you do it. You play that guitar on that MTV. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Your money for nothing and your chicks for free. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. We got to move these refrigerators. We've got to move these color TVs. All right. Woo! Money for nothing. The artist in year. Oh my God! Someone help me out here. So, yeah, they took that money and it was for something, but it wasn't for what they said it was for. It was for their mansions. It was for the yachts, luxury vehicles, trips, properties, and other. Yes, Rusty. Dire Straits. We are the Sultans of Swing. Now that's Dire Straits, 85, Tijuana. Yeah. So I had to get you, Tijuana. Rusty got it. Yeah. But that's all. Let me see. Is that all I had for you? Let me see. I think I had a clip on something. I'll have to get it queued up for you tomorrow. Let me see. I had a white man, a construction, he owned his own construction business, and now he's saying, talking about Trump's migrant crackdown, and I will probably have to get that queued up for you tomorrow. I think I will. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. So tell me, folks, what your thoughts are. How does Ilhan Omar, an immigrant in Congress, have the right to call our Michael, right. I told you that, and that's something else that makes me angry. They come over here, they do things that they cannot do in their own country. They do that. Over there, she wouldn't even be allowed to speak. She wouldn't even be in office. Me too, Tijuana. I love disco. I love the nightlife. I like to boogie. How does Ilhan, these foreigners get special treatment? Robert, exactly. Oh, yeah, Rusty, Walk of Life. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I love that too. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you. Just a continuing saga. Let me see if anyone else has been arrested. Talib Khalid, yeah, get rid of all these people. Huge Muslim movement said to be going on. Yeah, opinion. An opinion, you weren't here. I did a video or two. They're all over social media talking about they're going to take over America, and when it happens, Trump will be dead, and all these other crazy things that they said. So they're just, saying anything that they want, no repercussions. So if ICE gets them out of here, I will be too happy. I am done. I am sick of it. Yes, they do things they can't do in their home country. Yes, Alicia Bridges, 1978. Yes, please don't talk about love tonight. Oh, yes. That's one of my favorite disco songs. Oh, my God. Yes. New York. Oh, my God. If Ilhan Omar lived in England, she'd be running for prime minister. Oh, my God. The UK is, I heard they're done. And it's sad because I actually wanted to go back to visit, but as bad as it is now, I don't know. So I'm on Twitter now to see if there's anything new since we've been live, because lots of times I'm live and then something else happens. All right, so I am on Twitter now. Minnesota, oh my God. Tim Walz. Trump, please find a way to put that man in jail. Please find a way. If the FBI hits the body of the snake, will follow. Yeah, exactly. How you doing, Faith and Love? I think you're new here. Let us know so we can give you a nice, warm Rolynn's Reviews. Welcome, Faith Ann. All right. Yeah, you're a native New Yorker. Oh, that's one of my favorite songs. I'm a native New Yorker. And those that don't know, I used to live in New York before we moved to Pennsylvania. So everyone welcome Faith Ann. She's new here. Hit that like button, Faith Ann. Also, if you will, hit the subscribe button. Make sure it is on all notifications. We are glad you are here. So yeah, I'm on Twitter right now. Oh my God, unbelievable. And people come over here and take our kindness as weakness, and this is what they do. Unbelievable. I don't see anything new. I am scrolling as we're still live, but I'm not finding anything. Yeah, it's the same old stuff. Okay. Wow. Just wow. And Tim Walz, he's blaming everyone but himself. How you doing, Tremaine Henderson? Love you, sis. And Teaching Queen also here. And YouTube not giving notices before. Okay, Tremaine. Welcome, Tremaine. I think you've been here before. Oh, Faith Ann said, okay, yeah. Subscribed. All right. Tremaine, it's been a while. Glad you're back. Oh, my good. Thank you, Faith Ann. Welcome to the Rolynn's Reviews family. Yes. That's one of my favorite disco songs, Native New Yorker. Oh, my God. Democrats deflect so much they can't even see their reflection. You know it. Reflections of the way it used to be. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see anything new here. Oh my God. Get these people out of here. Oh my goodness. No one's in custody. So on Twitter, people are saying the same things that we're saying. someone needs to be held accountable. And I mean, someone needs to go to jail besides the Somalis. Tim Walsh turned a blind eye. Remember now, if it was one or two people, maybe I wouldn't believe it, but over 400 people are saying the same thing. And he turned a blind eye because they love their Somali people. Yeah, Faith Ann, we're glad you're here. We'll be live tomorrow as well. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't see anything new. But I am glad everything is being exposed, and I love it. Maga, that's a good question. Yes, my girls, Diana Ross and the Supremes. I have their greatest hits too. The Christmas CD too. Yeah, and you've already seen the pictures of these people. Oh my God. Oh. Get these people out of here. America first, people. America first. Dance hall days, love. Yes. In our dance hall days. Yeah, Mayor Trump is in, I think, is it Rocky Mount, North Carolina? That's a couple of hours from me. Love child. Yes. Never meant to be. Yes. Love taught me. Yes, I love the boss. Diana Ross is like 81, 82 years old. So, yeah, Greg, it makes you angry. It does make you angry. My girls wants to come to my house and grab all my music and run. Oh, take the money and run. Yeah, they need to give back. They definitely need to give back our money. That would be nice. We kind of need that back. Again, I just think about all of the Americans that we could have helped. Money, get back. I'm all right. Keep your hands off of my stack. Where's Tijuana? See if he remembers this one. Money, it's a hit. Don't give me that do-goody good bull. Money, it's a crime. Oh my God. Faith and love, yeah. Gloria Gaynor, I will survive. And we're all going to survive. We're going to make it each day. There's a new layer of the onion that's being peeled back. So we have the right man in office. Oh, opinion Einstein. Yeah, I like James Brown too. But yeah, we have the right man in office to stand up for Americans. So thank God we dodged a bullet. We did not get the Curry Queen and Tampon Tim. They would have driven this country into oblivion. I mean, it would have been over. The border would still be open, right? Yes, we will survive and thrive. Is this country perfect? No. Oh, Michael, you know I love the village people. But I don't want to live anywhere else. Come on, Tijuana. You got to be a rock fan. Tijuana, look, I still have my cassettes. I know you've seen some of my albums, but I still have my brother Bruce Springsteen cassette, Rolling Stones. And as they continue to delve into this investigation, all I have is anticipation. Anticipation is making me wait. Now, you know I have my Carly Simon album over here. Wait a minute before I go. And that's the way I've always heard it should be. Oh, I love Carly Simon. Good music. Okay, opinion. Faith Ann, you like Carly Simon? Oh my God, I love Carly Simon. Nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Great, Ruby! Ruby said if I pick up some 8 tracks, I'm dead. Praise Queen. Woo! Praise Queen. I'm holding on to these albums and cassettes. Praise Queen says she can't handle me no more. And if I show her some 8 tracks, it's over. Would you please leave me all of your music? Yes, in my YouTube will, my girls. No problem. Yeah, I'll leave you my Apple iTunes collection, everything, my albums. I have a lot of albums. Heart, Pat Benatar, yeah. Oh, Alan, yeah. I am the eye in the sky. Yes. I can read your. Yeah, I love the Alan Parsons Project. Oh my God, yes. I can read your mind. Looking at you. Okay, I got a brand new pair. Yeah, Heart, Pat Benatar. Oh my God. Oh. Well, you're a real tough cookie with a long history. Breaking little hearts like the one in me. That's okay. Let's see how you do it. Put up your dukes. Let's get down to it. Now, I told you, I love Billy Idol. Yes. Eyes without a face. Yes. Oh, okay, Tijuana. Yeah. Yeah, I love my classic rock. Oh, my God. Yeah, I love it. All right. So we're going to go. I'll be live tomorrow. I don't know, 11, 12-ish, something like that. Reel to reel at Rolynn. Okay, Tijuana. We need a live stream of childhood reminiscence. Okay, my girls, we may do something like that. Good night, everyone. God bless you too, Mayor. Yeah, we're leaving. We're done. Miss Rolynn, haven't seen the movie. I have not, but Rusty, I love the song. Rock of Ages, Rock of Ages, still rolling, keep a rolling. Rock of Ages, Rock of Ages, still rolling, rock and rolling. We've got the power, got the glory. Hey, I love some Def Leppard. No, that's not Def Leppard. Yeah. Okay, Rusty. Thank you, love. Goodbye. You see. Yeah, I'm Breaking. I've seen that movie. Yes. Yeah. All of you, I'll be live tomorrow and Sunday, of course. Yeah, I love some Culture Club now. I still have my Culture Club cassettes over. I'm in my office now, and they're over on another shelf. I have that too. All of you be safe. I'll be live tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to see. I don't know if there's any live streaming going on, but I'll be live tomorrow afternoon. Let me see. Mayor, are you leaving now? Mayor, oh, I know that Steve Miller Band. I'm sure that was a good situation. Yeah. Because I love every song they've ever released. I do. So I am going to go now. And I'll come and talk to you in the comments section. While you see a chance, take it. My romance. Okay. All right. We're going. Tremaine, your knowledge is as eclectic as your music. Internal rep. Love you. Love you too, Tremaine. Yeah. Tremaine, I am like a music savant. How you doing, Laurie? I have, oh my God, you would not believe my music collection. Yeah. I'm a music savant. I am. Buffy's Laurie, how you doing, love? Laurie's here. Laurie, we're done, but you can catch the replay, dear. Tijuana, I remember Mrs. Beasley. Oh my God, I remember that doll. Yeah, Buffy. I remember that. Stop. Hey, I don't feel bad now. I'm not the only old person in here. I love it. But yeah, Tremaine, thank you for dropping in again. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad to know. I hope life is good. I hope you're in a good place emotionally, physically, all of that. Yeah. So stop by here tomorrow because I'll be live. I treated myself and got a record player. Oh, Laurie, great. I still have a record player too. Yeah. I have my Tremaine, my Bee Gees greatest hits. That CD is in the truck. My Elton John greatest hits, Journey. And you know, I have everything from the Stones. So we don't have to go there. Oh my God. The OJs I have. I tell you, Diana Ross and the Supremes greatest hits. I like everything. Family Affair. I remember the Family Affair. Yes, I looked at that show with Buffy and Mr. I forgot his name. But anyway, yeah, I looked at all that. Yes, take me back. Good night, Greg. I'm coming to talk to all of you now. I love you all. Be safe. I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section. See you tomorrow afternoon.